Welcome back to my channel, As Val. Have you ever asked yourself, what actually breaks a fast? You might be surprised at how many everyday foods and drinks can kick you right out of fasting mode. In this video, I'll break down exactly what you can and can't have while fasting, so you can burn fat, boost energy, and stay on track with your goals. I'll also share some gray area items that confuse a lot of people, so let's get right to it. First topic I want to bring up is the drinks that you can drink while in a fasted state. All right. As I've said in the past videos, you want to drink salt water. All right. Mix in a little bit of sea salt, Himalayan pink sea salt, or Baja Gold mineral salt is what I use. Put that in your water, mix it, drink it the first thing in the morning, just a couple pinches, 2 or 3 pinches. Mix it in the water and drink that. Especially when you first start fasting, your body's not used to it, so you may need to do it more. So you probably want to mix it maybe 2 to 3 times a day, and then just drink water the rest of the times. Also, drink your plain black coffee, no sugar, no sweetener, no kind of honey or anything like that. Just plain black coffee for you coffee drinkers. It's got the good polyphenols from the coffee beans. And that's good antioxidant, what keeps the hunger pains down. And also drink your unsweetened green tea. That's my favorite. That's what I drink. I'm not a coffee drinker, but the unsweetened green tea got the good polyphenols, the hunger suppressant, keeps your energy up. And also, it doesn't taste good, but when you're fasting, you need that green tea, especially if you're working out, things like that to give you energy. It's got the caffeine and like I said, the good polyphenols, and it will help you during your fast. But do not use electrolyte mixes in your water. Like I talked about before, it's got a little bit of the sweeteners in them that are not good for you, and all those like sucralose and all that, which I'm going to get into. But don't mix any kind of electrolytes in your mixes, in your drinks. Don't drink any of that. Just try to stick to your water, your plain black coffee, and your unsweetened green tea. All right. Now, let's go and talk about the foods that instantly break your fast, which is all foods. It's common sense. You can't eat anything during the fast that we normally eat, whether it's steak, eggs, whatever. This is just common sense. You can't eat anything when you're fasting, okay? It's going to break it. But for some people that struggle, especially in the beginning when you're first learning to fast, you can do a little bit of bone broth because you want to do about half a cup to a cup of bone broth. It's not going to break your fast if you're fasting for weight loss. Now, if you are fasting for autophagy, which is what I do, I fast for weight loss and autophagy, which is your cellular cleanup, and it helps fight the inflammation and clean up all your bad cells. It will break autophagy fasting. But if you're fasting for weight loss, especially in the beginning when you're just trying to learn how to fast, you can do the bone broth, and that will help get you back in line with your hunger and things like that, because you feel like you're getting some kind of nourishment and you can work your way through the hard part of your fast. But definitely the bone broth helps a lot of people starting out in the beginning. So use your bone broth if you struggling and don't think you can make it through your fast. Okay. Now let's speak on a little bit of the gray area things. And in terms of that, we're going to talk about sweeteners and supplements. To start with the sweeteners, I mentioned it earlier, like sucralose, Splenda, aspartame, which are most sweeteners that are in zero sugar items, like Gatorade Zero has sucralose, but almost anything that says there's no sugar, they got the sweeteners, and the sweeteners are actually sweeter than sugar. So stay away from the sweeteners. They will break your fast because it sparks a nutrient response from the body. And also your brain likes sweeteners. Like your brain wants that sugar, it's that same dopamine effect to where it will, if you drink it, it will cause you to want to break your fast because it's an addiction. So you're going to want to eat, and you're probably going to break your fast. You're going to get weak and say, I need this, or I need this sugar, or I need something sweet. All right. So just stay away from the sweeteners. They're not good for you. And the second part of that is the supplements. You still want to take a couple supplements while you're fasting. It won't break your fast for either autophagy or weight loss. Your supplements like magnesium, which is good for fasting when you get headaches, and magnesium is good for you, period, for headaches. But you want to continue to take your magnesium and zinc. And you can also take your K2D3 combo, but you want to do it in dry tablet form and not the capsules, because the capsules have oil. So when you take your supplements, like I said, you can still take your magnesium, you take your zinc, and your K2D3 in dry tablet form, which is fine during your fast. Okay, so you want to keep taking that. And like I said, the magnesium is real important because a lot of people complain of being lightheaded and having headaches. So make sure you take your magnesium. All right. And the last part I wanted to talk about is how to make your fasting easier without sabotaging your result, without falling off. And the biggest hack I like to use is the apple cider vinegar. I like to mix mine with a little bit of sea salt with the apple cider vinegar. You mix in water, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, the raw apple cider vinegar, and I use salt in mine to take a little bit of the bitterness away. But it will help you when you're fasting because it has the polyphenols as well, and it keeps your insulin levels low, and it helps with the fat burning and hunger suppressant. So if you're taking apple cider vinegar, plus you're taking your green teas and your black coffees, it keeps your hunger down. So especially people in the beginning that don't fast a lot, these are big hacks that'll help you make it through your fast. So get that raw apple cider vinegar to help you with your hunger pains. And like I said, it helps with the fat burning. It's just overall very good hack to use, and which I always use it anyway. So the second part is to incorporate your fasting times with your sleep times. Like, make sure that when you're thinking about doing 16 or 18, 20 hours, however you're doing it, try to time it up to where you know you're going to be asleep for 8 hours of that fast. That helps. And that's when you do most of your fat burning anyway, is when you're sleeping. But incorporate your fasting with your sleep times, okay? So if you know you're going to go to bed at, I don't know, 10, whatever, and you know what time you got to be up, incorporate that time frame that you're going to be sleeping to also allow you to make it through the fast, is what I'm getting at. You want to be able to make it through your fast times, especially in the beginning because you're not used to fasting, but you want to be able to make it through your goals of 18 hours or 20 hours, whatever it is. But remember, incorporate those 8 hours into it, and then that way it doesn't seem as a daunting task because you're going to be asleep. So you'll make it through those times of your goals of intermittent, or whether it's 24, whatever fast you're on. So just remember to incorporate good sleeping habits and your apple cider vinegar. All right. So every choice you make during the fast either pushes you closer to your goals or pushes you away or pulls you away. So stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep learning your body. If you're serious about changing your life through fasting, go ahead, like or subscribe, because I've got a lot more coming to you to help you do it a smart way. And like I always say, you're either living or you're dying. Death is coming, and I'm not trying to help it. So fasting allows us to live. So until next time, this is Val, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.